Spin-offs, reboots, reunions, and specials. By me, Katrina Moses Wilson. Shows may not need a reboot or a spin-off. However, they need reunions or specials. Nostalgia is a buzzword these days. Let's capitalize off of it. Here are my takes. Here is the disclaimer. I have been a Cheetah Girls fan since 2003. I have been cheated down for so long I even went to a concert. However, this is not an idea for a fourth Cheetah Girls movie. Read what I'm trying to do here. Let's talk about a movie idea I have for them. The setting? Charleston and surrounding areas in the present day. And when I say Charleston, I'm talking about Charleston, South Carolina. I really want South Carolina to profit from this. I want the citizens to do so as well. The cast: Raven Simone, or as we have now learned, it's supposed to be Raven Simone, Adrienne Bailon Houghton, Keely Williams. That's their choice if they want her in, and that's also her choice if she wants to be a part of this project. And of course, my girl, Sabrina Bryan. After viewing clips that this next idea for the cast was to be casted in the Cheetah Girls decades ago, I knew I had to put her in this idea. Solange Knowles, everyone. Solange Knowles. Okay, so here's the breakdown. I feel there are so many movies now geared towards teenagers, where the leads are social media influencers. Everything is a musical now, so let's switch it up. I want to see a movie geared towards a quiz bowl. I'm not even sure if states still do quiz bowls, but I would still love to see it. Either way this goes, Raven, Adrienne, Keely, and Sabrina are moms to 8th graders. I'm not sure who will play the kids, but we need the nerd. And I put quotation marks because nerds are not what they used to be. And this is not a 90s nerd that I'm trying to go after. We also need the athlete, the quiet kid, and the musician. And I want this to be where the kids are meeting for the first time to conquer the quiz bowl. Typically, middle school ends after 8th grade, so this would be their final hurrah in middle school. This will be a good hurrah for the school, too. If they win, it'll be a 5K win for the school to boost funding for English, math, science, and social studies. This will be great for the women to meet for the first time through the kids and the advisor. Right? I want Solange to be the advisor for the quiz bowl. This is fitting because in real life, she is a professor. She'll be the advisor who expects the best from the kids. Extras. Because this is a school-based movie, we need teachers. These are my ideas for teachers. I know a network may not go with this, but I want a diverse middle school setting. So I want the TikToker, Geechee with Aku. I enjoy looking at her stuff on TikTok. She would be a great asset because I want a South Carolina history or a Gullah Geechee portion for the quiz bowl. Also, another great representative for that Gullah Geechee portion of the quiz bowl would be Queen Quet. I think you guys would have to look her up and also understand the Gullah Geechee out there in South Carolina. And since we're talking about this, I know there are people who would want Natalie and Ron Days from Gullah Gullah Island to possibly be utilized as teachers for this movie. I get that too. There are so many choices here. I just want you guys to see it. And then, of course, we're going to see Devin. And if you look at that last name, it might look familiar because this is the guy who played Ned on Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. Then I would want Adam Rodriguez. I'm talking about Adam Rodriguez that used to be on CSI Miami. I think he would be a good choice for this. And then Phyllis. Yes, this is Phyllis from The Office. I would love to have her as a teacher in this movie. I think she looks like she would be a great seasoned teacher, but that is also humorous. Themes. You know I'm putting themes in here, right? Relaxation. Solange's character will be tough, quote unquote, tough on the kids that the parents will complain. She will at one point have to cut down study sessions because the parents want the kids to relax. Another theme is perfectionism and burnout. I want one of the characters to experience burnout. Why? Because kids deal with it too, and I just don't want people to think that adults deal with it. And because kids deal with it, you guys, we need to work on something to make sure this doesn't continue to happen to young kids in middle school. Another great theme, know your past and present for the future. This is for the social studies section at the Quiz Bowl. The advisor will have a Gullah Geechee representative talk to the kids. Again, I don't want it just to be a Gullah Geechee section at the Quiz Bowl, but I think a really good South Carolina history section at the Quiz Bowl would be great. And I just believe if you don't know your past, you're not going to really know how to handle your present or your future. And of course, education and passion. That's my final theme. It's an obvious theme, is the importance of education, as well as people looking at their passions for relaxation. A Disney movie? I'm not sure what network would pick this up. Because these women have done Disney projects before, Disney might swoop this up, but we'll see. If you can't tell, I love specials. So I would love for the ladies to have a 1-hour special afterward. I want them to talk about filming in Charleston, reconnecting, and hear their thoughts on education. Their quote-unquote kids, the ones who played their kids, would talk as well. And I want another special to come from this. A quiz bowl. I would love to have like a 30-minute special that is a quiz bowl. I know I'm being overzealous, but it would be cute. It could get streams and dollars. It also benefits the kids in the Charleston and surrounding areas because, as you can see from the bullet point, I'm trying to have the quiz bowl filmed in South Carolina. Tell me your thoughts in the comments. Once again, thank you for viewing and follow me on social media.